Barbarian. Primarily strength. That totally came out correctly. Barbarians are warriors defined by their connection to the primal forces of the multiverse, which manifests as a rage. Far more than a mere emotion, not limited. I'm not reading this entire freaking thing. Storms, and so storms, unrelenting assaults, predators' ferocity, churning turmoil of the sea. That sounds like Storm Heralds and Totem. Personify their rage as fierce spirits or revert forebear. That sounds like totems. See it as a connection to the pain and anguish of of the worlds as an impersonal tangle of wild magic. Is wild magic in here? Really? Oh, they actually put the... I don't remember what the subclasses are they put in. Okay, well, we'll see, I guess. Some barbarians are uncomfortable when hedged in by walls and crowds, preferring to live in regions of unspoiled natural vitality. Others cherish the primal forces at work in farmlands and recognize the vitality. Sure. Whatever. Even without the power of their rage, barbarians are skilled in combat and the use of weapons. Sure. Gives them superhuman strength and resilience. Sure. Okay. Alright, so Barbarian updates. This is a short list. Alright, Danger Sense returns to level 2. Now works even if you have blinded or deafened. So they kept this the same. Reckless attack now grants advantage to your strength-based attack rolls until the start of your next turn. Oh shit! Oh, they actually made it work on opportunity attacks. I like that change. Yeah, no, I think that's good. Because, like, it always kind of bothered me how, like, you don't get the benefit the entire turn or the entire round, but your opponents do. Like, that always kind of bothered me. So, yeah. Primal Knowledge has moved to level 3 from 2. Wait, Primal Knowledge was a Tasha's thingy? Okay, Instinctive Pounds has been imported from... Oh god, okay, so they got stuff from Tasha's, sure. Returns to level 9, now it deals 1d12 extra damage on a crit. So now you don't have to fight with a Great Axe anymore to get the d12. Because originally Brutal Critical was get 1 die from your damage, which... That was one of the reasons why a Barbarian would prefer a Great Axe over a Great Sword, because a Great Sword was 2d6, but Brutal Critical would only give you 1d6 in addition, because your damage die was a d6, even if you had 2. Whereas a Great Axe had a d12 as a damage die, so you only got a d12, so you got an additional d12 in addition. So they made it a d12 extra damage on a crit. I mean... Here's the thing, right? This feature for me really depends on weapon mastery. I'm gonna tell you why. One of the reasons that I liked Brutal Critical the way that it worked was because of the idea that a Great Axe was better for certain characters and a Great Sword was better for other characters. It was very minimal, right? You pretty much needed to have Brutal Critical either, I think, through Orc or through Barbarian. And then Great Axe was quote-unquote better because the average damage of a Greatsword, for those of you who don't know, is 2d6 on average is 7, d12 on average is 6.5, so technically on average a Greatsword is better damage and is also more consistent damage. So Greatsword is just usually better. For a Brutal Critical, however, it's not, because 2d12s is better than 3d6s, right? Technically, you could still make, like, I'd have to do the exact calculations to see if, like, statistically, you know, that means that a Great Axe is better with Brutal Critical or not, but, you know, but yeah, you know, like, this is, I don't know, this is gonna depend on that, because this does take away any reason for a Barbarian to fight with a Great Axe, in my personal opinion, because, like, I get it. Some of you, like for flair, sure, might still prefer a great axe, but statistically, a great sword is just better because its average damage lies higher, and on average, you're going to deal more damage. And especially if you get like fighting styles like great weapon fighting or whatever, then it's even more than that, because at that point, if you have like great weapon fighting, it's easier to re-roll ones on d6s because you have a like 1 in 6 chance of rolling a 1, so you also get a higher damage bonus there. So this really stops you from wanting to use a great axe over a great sword. And I've been rambling on long enough about that. Relentless Rage goes back to 15, persistent range returns to 15, and the unconscious condition not incapacitated shuts off your rage. Right. Because that's different, apparently. I guess. In addition, the feature incorporates the function of rage resurgence. Okay. Indomitable Might returns to 18, Primal Champion returns to 20. So they're sticking to this idea that the epic boons are not a thing anymore. Okay. No. I'm not gonna say that epic boons were a good thing. Because most of the epic boons were just shit. But yeah. What's the difference between incapacitated and unconscious again? I'm actually just quickly gonna look. Conditions 5e. Just they're so similar. It's incapacitated. It's just you can't take actions or reactions, and unconscious is you're on the floor and can't do shit, right? Unconscious means you're incapacitated, falls prone, automatically feel strength and dex, attack. Yeah, okay. Wait, so that means... Oh, that actually means if you're paralyzed, for example, you're also not... like if you're paralyzed, if you're petrified? Yeah, if you're paralyzed, petrified, stunned, you don't actually lose your rage. So that is a buff. So that's kind of cool. Only at level 15. Has anyone noticed that like half of this is returns to? Has anyone noticed that? Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh crap. Is that really gonna be this entire bundle? Returns to? That's just it. So I'm gonna open up fucking Playtest 5 and look at Barbarian then. Fucking hell. I've been in this document for 3 seconds and I'm already pissed off. Yay. Like, what level was Danger Sense even at? Right, Primal Knowledge, Unarmored Defense. Where the fuck is it? Where did they put it? Rage can now be extended, Weapon Mastery. Danger Sense has merged with Feral Instinct. Right, they merged those two into their level 7 ability. Okay, sure. Okay, anyway, let's go through this. So, hit dice, 1d12, sure, all of this I'm assuming has stayed the same. I'm not going to keep going through this. Still light armor, medium armor, shields. Great axe. See, this is what I mean. Why would you take a great axe at this point? Great sword's better. Like, I know that not everybody is looking at the statistics. It's just anyway. I need to have a 13 in strength. Sure, fine. Alright, proficiency, martial weapons. Yeah, okay, sure, fine. So rage. I'm assuming then rage hasn't changed, right? Imbue yourself with primal power. You enter it as a bonus action as long as you're not wearing heavy armor. While active, your rage has the following effects. Damage resistance. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Rage damage when you make an attack with the weapon using strength. I think all of this is the same, right? Yeah. Lasts until the end of your next turn. Ends early if you don heavy armor or have the... Oh, here it's still incapacitated. Okay. Can I say I find this very interesting? Oh, right, they changed this. You can just take a bonus action to extend your range of your rage. Yeah. Right, I remember that. They changed it so you could keep taking bonus actions. That was actually a good change. That was actually a good change. I have the player's handbook here on my laptop, so I can check. Do I not? Really? Huh. No, I don't, apparently. Okay. Doesn't really matter. It does kind of matter. I am going to... do this. My recording still fine? Yes, it is. Alright, cool. Wanted to be sure. Alright. I should have probably set this up before I started doing this, shouldn't I? Why does it feel like it's slightly fucked? This feels better, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry. Anyway, okay, so... because I was thinking, like, don heavy armor. How do you don heavy armor in a minute? But, because I also think the minute is gone, right? There's no, like, limit of a minute. Oh, no. You can maintain a rage for up to 10 minutes. Which... isn't donning heavy armor 10 minutes, by the way? Used to be 1 minute, I think, but anyway. I'm assuming this didn't change. It might have changed from the original, though. Barbarian. How many did a barbarian have early on? Let's have a look. Barbarian. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Thank you. Oh no. Oh yeah, it just ended up it just at like level 20 it became unlimited, which is gone. Because why the hell not, right? Sure, okay, but it used to be 1 minute, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, 1 minute. Lasts for 1 minute, but now you can use your bonus action to extend it, and it lasts for 10 minutes. Okay. Unarmored defense. While you aren't wearing any armor, Dex can use a shield and still get his benefits. So nothing happened there. Weapon mastery. Training with weapons allows you to use them. Yeah, so we know the mastery properties are still a thing. There's a weapon mastery column. Oh yeah, right. I think for fighter this was like one higher at all times, right? I seem to remember. Yeah. So danger sense is back here. And if I'm not mistaken, they moved primal knowledge to 3. But reckless attack is also still here. So technically 2 and 3 are just the exact same thing. The only thing here is that you can gain this benefit. You can't be blind, deafened, or incapacitated. Used to be in the player's handbook. Now it's legitimately like you just have advantage on dex saves as long as you're not incapacitated. So yeah, okay, sure. Sure. I mean, I guess. Sure. And then reckless attack. So reckless attack now lasts until the start of your turn, which I do think is better. That does mean it actually does that. It does mean that it makes Polearm Master Barbarian better as well, right? Because that means you can make your reactionary Polearm Master attack technically with advantage. So Polearm Master Barbarian becomes a thing now, which technically means that a Halberd Barbarian might become like playable at this point, especially since the crit damage doesn't matter from your weapon anymore. Well, you still double your crit. You still double your weapon crits, I guess. So great axe, great sword are still gonna deal more damage, but you know. Well, didn't they add like a lance or something? Just need to remember that. I think they added something or didn't they make like a lance, like a D12 damage weapon at some point? I seem to remember that. Martial weapons melee. Great axe, yeah. Wasn't there another one? I seem to remember that. Lance, D10 piercing. Or did they make it a T10? Oh no, they nerfed it. The lance has... yeah, okay. Lance is now a D10. Because... okay, well, fine. I can dream, Harold. So yeah, this pretty much... this is something that should have been there for a while, honestly. So yeah, it's a good change.